My name is Nilsa. Oh, I hit your booby girl. My name is Nilsa. For those of you who don't know me, this reading is for fairy-ific entertainment purposes only. I am the head fairy in charge, and today's topic is spiritual bullying. A lot of people don't realize they're being bullied. And what I mean by that is, one of the things I learned from this movie, if you've never seen it, you have to watch it. It's called The Book of Eli. And this person that wanted to rise to power wanted to use the Bible to control people because it gives them hope, it gives them rules, and he knew he could control people with fear, yeah? So I want you to think about this. I really want you to think about this without telling you what to do, because, you know, my veracity just wants to be like, do this, but I don't want to be a spiritual bully either, yeah? Okay. So, people are saying, don't be afraid. The media wants you to be afraid of something that's been proven to be fatal. And over 4 million people, in less than 2 years, we're almost at Holocaust numbers now, right? But they want you to be afraid of something else that they elected to tell you what to be afraid of, right? So now you're giving them the power when you say, yeah, I'll be afraid of that because Guru so-so told me to be afraid of it. And the thing they want you to be afraid of has 0 fatalities. So look at this, right? Should you be afraid of something that has over 4 million fatalities or something that has 0 fatalities, right? I'm not telling you should be afraid of anything in general. I don't want to tell you what to do. You're a grown up. You're a grown fairy. Make your own decisions. But let's think about that. They're trying to control you by saying, don't be afraid of that. Listen to me and be afraid of this. Now you're going to listen to everything I tell you what to be afraid of. You should also be afraid of this. You should also be afraid of that. Because now it's almost like they wanted to choose what you're afraid of. Now they have their power back. It's really a power dynamic, right? I know people have free will. I'm not a medical professional, so I'm not going to tell you what to do. But based on medical evidence, I know what decision I made. And I feel like if you're making an opinion or a decision that is really a risk, are the people giving you advice medical professionals? That's like a big thing you should be asking. So is this guru here a doctor? Do they work in the medical field at all? You know, big questions you should be asking. And again, the whole comparison. How many fatalities from this versus that? Because a lot of people have been fortunate to survive, the virus, but there's side effects that a lot of people don't discuss that last for months after. And a lot of people have cut years off their life as well. So one thing to let you know is it's really like playing roulette, because if you're unfortunately contracted with the virus, you don't know if you are going to be fortunate enough to survive like I did, or if you're going to be fine and then 2 days later end up in the hospital and then, die within 2 weeks. When people die, they die quickly. You don't know which one you're going to be. So it is kind of a risk to just, that's a big risk. I mean, if, some people say, I'm not afraid of death. Okay, then. But there are people that are, and certain things are contagious, yeah? So maybe not spread it to people that are afraid of death, right? So if only there's something to do about it to prevent it. Oh, yeah. Okay. And another thing I wanted to bring up before I get into the cards is the luxury. I live in America, and our country, we've had the luxury of having that choice. There's a lot of people that have transcended that didn't have that choice. And that's also going to be something they deal with should they choose to reincarnate in the next generation, is they're going to deal with probably, authority dynamics as well, because they're going to think, I never had the choice to try and protect myself. and to give myself a fighting chance. So I want a second chance. So anyway, just certain things to think about. Ask yourself if you have been bullied, okay? Really ask yourself, because that's something, I wouldn't want that to happen to any of my closest friends, my colleagues, if it was like my children, because it's like if you only have, it's like if you have like $5 in your account and these people are saying, oh my God, don't gamble with it, don't gamble with it. And you're like, oh, but this other person who's not into finances at all, no, I don't know, accreditations, nothing. I'm going to take financial advice from them and risk the last $5 I have because, you know, I like them and I want to like something, and I just don't want to like other people, so I'm just going to listen and gamble away my $5. And your friends might say, you know, other people lost their money by listening to these people. They're losing their followers because they're dying off. Do you really want to do that? And again, all comes down to free will. So anyway, let's get to what you generally need to know. By the way, oh my God, this cup is so cute. It's all like matte pink. It's got little Mickeys on it. So I just heard, for those of you that are known clairaudient, I just heard, oh shit, what is that sauce called? It's this sauce that makes chicken spicy. I just heard the name. Oh shit. It's like when you, anyway, it has to do with somebody cooking here. That's the message. Somebody here is questioning whether or not they should be a vegetarian, I just heard. And we have the Fool. You feel like you want to start, I'm hearing reinventing yourself. Somebody here is like wanting to get into more, not homeopathic, naturopathic, is that a word? I don't know. More natural things, Native American background. But they could even just be dating somebody that's Native American, or they have friends that are Native American. And so they want to get into something more holistic. And one of the things they're questioning is, where's the line? Where's the line with me? Where's the line with plants? Like, what do I do now? Like, I personally, I love flowers, but we went to a sunflower farm and I just couldn't cut the sunflower. I couldn't do it. I felt like, you know, it's gonna feel it, and I just couldn't do it. But I mean, yeah, that's just, I'm not saying it's wrong. Like, again, everybody has their own free will. I was like, so I'm feeling like somebody else is going through that as well. Like, they want you to be a vegetarian, but now you're going and you're eating them. So if you knew that they could feel vibrations with which they've proven in documentaries and stuff, then you would really be like, what's the difference? So we have the Hierophant here. It looks like a man that kind of looks like, oh great. I was gonna do this in another video. It kind of looks like Jesus. But clearly they want me to bring this up. There's a few readers that are going into panic mode and like, this is evil, demonic, la la la. There's no, but you know, Satan's not even in the Bible. God does give people spiritual gifts, but you guys give it a different word. You call it, you know, prophetic. When I was growing up, you're prophetic, Nilsa. So listen, I caution you with this. Again, everyone, I feel like everybody should. There's a saying, there's no atheist in the foxhole, meaning when you have to call out to a higher power, whether you believe in it or not, if your life is on the line, you'll probably call out to a higher power, right? No, it's like a war term. There's no atheist in the foxhole. I think everybody should have spirituality, but religion's different than spirituality, right? Again, with the fear and the control. So if your religion is telling you to do major gatekeeping and stay away from tarot cards and crystals and this and that, yet the people in the spiritual community never tell you to stay away from church, do we? What are they afraid you're going to find? Or are they afraid that you won't need them anymore? You want help, you know, fund their Ferrari at church? Come on now. So something to think about. The second thing I want to talk about with people feeling like they're not connecting with certain divination So that's them seeing it as a flag to abandon the spiritual community. Like, I can't connect to my cards. I can't connect to this. It's because you might not be meant to do that. You're trying to be redirected. And so if something's been monopolizing your time, you know, your guides will kind of literally turn your head like, okay, go over there. Like I already know, like, my higher self's like, honey, you have a laundry list here. You need to get really, you know, get certified in some astrology courses. You need to learn sign language. You need to learn a few more things I need to learn. But I procrastinate. But I know that's one of my ailments. But one of the things I encourage people to do is always, you know, play with dice, play with runes, play with hieroglyphics, whatever you want, because I know a lot of people say, well, if you're going to channel, you can channel through anything. You could read the back of a cereal box, sweetie, but that might not be how you're supposed to help lead people. If you have gifts and you feel like maybe you're supposed to help lead people through music, right? But you're always playing with cards. And then you're like, I can't connect with the cards. I can't connect with the cards, right? Maybe you should try writing some songs. Or you can, you know, do a service where you send people love songs that you're like, I feel like this is from somebody that passed on. I feel like this is from your spirit babies. I feel like this is from your soul connection. But the point is, if you have these gifts, it's because you're meant to be a bridge for those that don't, right? And there are a lot of spiritual people, and I'm not gonna say, oh, they're not gifted or they're liars or they're frauds, but they're on a different path than twin flames, right? And you'll know if you're on it. It's kind of creepy. Like, collectively, even your sisters, right? Or the divine feminines, male or female. It's very almost verbatim, like phone calls and the timings, alignment, basically. It's like we're in a wave pool, like at a blizzard beach, or, you know, just a really fun water park. We're at a wave pool, you know, where you have to like kind of like jump up at the same time, but we all feel it. Yeah. So we're all like jumping up at the same time and laughing and kind of like having fun. But then, you know, also like if you fall or okay, another one, being in the lazy river at a water park, you know how sometimes you go under the waterfalls and you're like, oh my God, my face, I didn't turn in time. I couldn't turn. Everyone in the little raft are going to go through it at the same kind of time, but you're still kind of like laughing about it because you have each other, right? But like I said, sometimes you might even have to check yourself if you're feeling like you're the one saying, oh, you need to, you know, get away from tarot readers and go back to church. We're not telling you to get away from church and delve only into, you know, herbology and moonology. Is that a word? Do you know what I'm saying? Because we want you to have free will. We want you to have spirituality with whatever you connect with. But what we don't want for you, as you know, spiritual just leaders in general, when I say we, is we don't want you to feel, we know you're going to feel lost. We know you're going to feel stuck, but we don't want you to stay there. We all get there, okay? But when the light is yellow, you're in the car, the light's yellow, you know, there's going to be like signs. So, one of the signs I tell people to look for when you have to dress something is when you get like a 96 in the tarot, like a 9 and a 6. That's the yin yang backwards. I know people laugh. Oh, 69. Yeah. But then you could pull a card. Okay, what's imbalanced? And then the next card is, what can I do to balance it, right? So anyway, we have somebody, back to you, Bob. We have somebody here that's like questioning, this could have been somebody that is just going through a spiritual awakening now, and it can be overwhelming because it's kind of like the mom community where people say breast is best, and then some will shame you for using a bottle, and some people shame you for breastfeeding in public. So, and you feel like you can't win. Like you feel like, what is right? What is right? What is right? And the answer is yes. The answer is whatever feels right in the moment. So it could feel like, you know, tarot could feel right, but, you know, doing runes doesn't connect. And that's okay, but you're kind of like at a buffet and you're like, what should I do here? So there's someone here like connecting to past lives with Native American things. And when I say things, shamanic drums, kind of wanting to feel like you want to do more during a moon, a full moon or a new moon. And you feel like you should honor the moon. Some people will feel, yeah, my head's tingling, like they've done things, rituals in the past to either manifest or to honor the moon or to disconnect from things. And it's a restless feeling. And that's some of the times why we can't sleep during the moon. Because we're like, are we supposed to be doing something right now? Yeah, we were probably all like dancing in a circle and, you know, making blessings for the crops or the whatever game we were going to hunt, because yes, obviously we did. And so somebody's going through that. Somebody's going through, like, you see how in the Bible Jesus walks on water, right? But in this picture here, he's on a boat. Meaning at one point, you know, when he had to go through that, you know, human experience, it's letting you know, like, not all that glitters is gold. And do you remember Sorcerer Mickey and Fantasia? If you haven't, it's on Disney Plus. If you don't have Disney Plus, you probably know somebody that does. Ask for their login and watch Fantasia. Fast forward to Sorcerer Mickey. He thought, oh, I have the hat now. This will be easy. I can just, you know, take a nap now and it'll go on autopilot. And it's not. You have to watch it. And what that means is all of these things you're introducing yourself to, pay attention to how it makes you feel. Pay attention to your energy. Here's a good analogy. I know this is going to be like a 40-minute video. Here's a good analogy. When somebody's starting a retinol treatment for their skin, it's literally burning off like a whole layer of skin so that fresh, beautiful, baby skin can come through. But if you are going to like test a product on, oh, this is going to give me shining, glowing skin, and then it starts flaking on you and you're drying around your nose and you're like, ugh, I look dehydrated. I'm never using this again, because you didn't know that there was a little period of going through that. You know, people go through ascension flu. So it does take time, but it's a lifetime of exploration. And I encourage you to continue doing that. And if, you know, you decide like, I'm gonna, you know, what do you call it? Born again. And that's okay. And if you decide after a few years or a few months, whatever it is, and you decide, you know, I need to go back into the spirituality, we're not going to condemn you for that. If you were in church and you went back to spirituality, they would, you know, try and talk you out of it. And what would they do? Bully you through fear? Yeah. So let's see what else your cards have to say. We have 4 of Cups. You feel like something is missing. You feel naked. And both of these cards, you feel naked, right? And you know, whether you're religious or not, like I said, I still connect with certain stories from the Bible because, you know, I grew up with youth group and I loved it. I mean, I still sing worship songs because I still worship the Creator. Now, one of my favorite things was this like post about the armor of God, and you know, it talks about just the analogies, like the breastplate of truth or something, or the sword of truth, the breastplate of strength. I don't know, but the point is, you felt protected. And so this is telling me somebody here feels naked. They feel like they're missing something. You might feel guided to start wearing either the Eye of Horus or the Evil Eye. I'm hearing I feel spiritually lonely. Guys, it does feel lonely because you're supposed to go within and talk to yourself. And one of the things I'm still not fully awake. That's why I have so many, you know, pregnant pauses and word fillers right now. One of the things I've been through recently is, you know, needing validation from other people or cards. Here's an example. You know, I do yes or no questions. My instinct right away will tell me what the answer is after I read your question. But I'll do like I don't say like just to like humor you, but just to give you a little extra validation, I'll do like, I'll do dice, or I'll do cards or charms, you know, something. And it's 100% of the time exactly what I heard anyway. And they say your stomach's like your second brain, but this one is based on energy. So for me, I'm realizing, wow, I went through a whole nother cycle of insecurity and codependent validation when I didn't even realize it. So people might say, they might channel the message for you, you're codependent. And so you think your brain's going, oh, bro, did you just call me clingy? Did you just say like, you know, I'm a user or a leech, or I'm clingy? That's not always what it means. Sometimes it means you could be codependent on, like for me, I don't like open-ended things. I need some kind of like closure. And then like for me, I need a little bit of structure. So like on my cards, they all face the same way. They don't start upside down. They all start the same way. I try to keep them, you know, like clean. I wash my hands before I use them, all of that. And so some people, they need, okay, if I see, you know, the number, I don't know, like 898 or something today, that means that my gut instinct was right. But your gut instinct is right. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So the star card came out. We have Metatron's cube, which talks about geometry. And now it's, in this card, it's bending down. You see how it's bending down the tree? Nature, you know, they say nature will find a way. You'll see like sprouts coming through cement and things. This is letting you know, if you're on the back of the line, if it's your time, it's your destiny, you will be put in the front. Nature will make a way for you. They'll find a way, okay? And then we have the moon card. I love that the star and the moon came out together. So somebody here can say like, you're my moon and stars. I'm also, I actually heard that song today. No one can rewrite stars. How can you say you're mine? So what I'm getting from this message right here is that there's like two people, and I know I'm always like, no love messages, but just it's what's coming through. Yeah. And the messenger and just the bridge, okay? Oh, I'm feeling like somebody holding their breath, but in excitement, like about to blow out candles. So somebody is getting a wish. Somebody's about, like maybe a birthday wish or something. Somebody's about to blow out a big candle. And there's two people here with the same wish, but there's two people holding hope for each other. So, but they're keeping it hidden. But they're both like talking to the moon. Yeah, Hangman. Trying to get to you. So the Hangman here is, this woman is again naked and she's upside down. And I guess rope you can call it, I'm saying string, is red, which is about fate. So somebody feels powerless, helpless, stuck, like, and I joked about this recently. I'm like, a lot of us say like, I want to get off this Ferris wheel. Because, you go through triggers and you have to heal them. But every time it gets easier and easier, you recognize it. It's learning. They call it healing, but it's really learning. Learning your patterns. Learning what works and what doesn't. Learning how to avoid or confront when you need to. Discernment. Now, okay, so for the Hangman, the moon's behind her, but she feels naked. But the thing, like I said, the red string of fate's hanging her onto the tree. So she feels bound by like her circumstance. And then we have the King of Cups, 10 of Wands, and 7 of Cups. So somebody is feeling mentally, emotionally burdened because they feel like they're the ones. And there's a bunch of arrows here with fire. So I'm kind of like seeing like an archer, like, it's almost like these flames, but they're trying to keep somebody's heart on fire. And so they're the ones giving the love, giving, 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 giving. And so 1010 is one of your lucky numbers if you're listening. 1010 is one of your lucky numbers. And so there's that imbalance there with the giving, giving, giving. And they think they're the only one doing it. So we have 7 of Cups. Depending on, I'll read the message differently depending on what comes with it. What I'm channeling here for this, because sometimes the 7 of Cups does mean illusions, is that the illusion here is that you were ever alone before your awakening. Most people, they can go back and when I was little, I thought I was supposed to be a triplet, and I thought my mom lied to me. Okay, girls? I thought, oh, because sometimes there would be water in my nose. You know, like a twin thing, there'd be water in my nose. Like I was like just coughing up and drowning. So I'd have like weird bruises, weird cuts. And I'm like, where is this from? And I just felt like it was happening to somebody somewhere else in the world or in the country. So the illusion is that you were ever alone and that you were never receiving love, because you are loved. And we have the Devil energy and 9 of Cups. I'm hearing be careful what you wish for. If you're going to make a wish, be ready to ask for it. This has to do with, this message right here has to do with business. There is so much fruit on this tree, my loves. And listen, this is letting you know, I'm hearing unfulfilled orders. So you see how there's wings behind her. I don't know if you can see it. Beep. There's wings, and I'm seeing almost earrings, which is funny because I'm about to list, I took the pictures, but I actually list them. Like, you know, fairy wings, earrings, and I'm seeing earrings here. These look like little fairy, they look like wing earrings, which is kind of funny. If you are, baby, if you're doing your affirmations, you know, like everybody wants them selling. Everything sells out, you know. What happens if the right influencer, you know, shares your business, shares how much they love, and now there is all this fruit on this tree and you only have 2 hands now? You have 1 basket and you need to, you know, deliver like 8 baskets full of fruit. So this is something, be careful what you wish for, be ready for it. Not in a negative way. This is not a warning of fear. This is an encouragement to prepare to receive your wishes. All right, I'm gonna pull, what's on the bottom of the deck is 4 of Pentacles. So some of you, normally in the picture here, she's meditating, introspection, right? What I'm hearing is some of you might have started your business in April. And I feel like people were telling you not to invest too much in this or invest too much in that. Maybe you're like, let me get the cheaper version of this. Let me get the cheaper version of that. And so you're kind of feeling a little bit of regret by it. Because you see how this girl here is in the cage? She almost looks ashamed. So I'm kind of feeling like somebody here gave you some business advice and told you, like, get the cheaper one or get this. And there's a little bit of regret there, is what I'm hearing. Again, these aren't like, it's not like a warning of fear, like people are going to badmouth your business because you couldn't fulfill the order. This is, again, an encouragement to, I mean, you know, myself too, like, I feel like people binge shop, which is good. And it usually happens on the days I do my affirmations when I remember. So if you're curious to know which one HFIC does in the shower. And by the way, I changed the song. I love oh, what's his name? James Arthur. But some of his songs are like, oh my God, I miss my soul partner. But some are really, really good. And one of them is called Finally. Like, oh, I'm finally proud of myself. My family's finally proud of me. So I try to listen to those encouraging songs. So again, water holds vibration, memory, manifestation power. If you're listening to like a weepy song or whatever, it's going to affect your chakras. And again, free will. You don't have to listen to HFIC. I'm not your mommy. Yeah. I'm just telling you what I do. So I do the motions of receiving, you know, and when I'm dancing too, I go like this because I get so excited. And so I speak into the water, and sometimes I drink it, and I say, you know, I'm so happy, and I go like this. I splash the water back towards myself because I'm receiving, right? And so I say, I'm so happy and grateful that money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis, right? And you can say whatever you want. I'm so happy love comes to me. I'm so happy rest comes to me. Things like that. And then I'll go the other way and I'll say, you know, I'm so happy and grateful that I can give through multiple sources of income. You know, I can give back, and I go like this, because you can receive, but one of the reasons I want to receive so much is that I love to spoil people. That's my love language, you know. Okay, so let's get you some love messages. By the way, if you have this deck, the heels to hold up your deck for you. So cute. So cute. I'm making a Mickey deck. I'm so excited. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. I'm excited. I just heard, why not mini? So somebody was watching, it's like, really, Nelsa? You're gonna make a Mickey deck, not a mini deck? Just trust me. Just trust me. Maybe the bag will be mini. Okay. I just heard one of you, this is very important. Let me drink my water. Just for funsies, okay? Because like I do this for fun too. Like if my mom's like, how are you? I'm like, oh, I am ambitious and motivated and abundant. How are you? Right? But I'm hearing that one of you babies needs to say, when someone says, how are you? You need to say, oh my gosh, I'm so proud of myself. How are you? But I want you to believe it. I want you to say, yeah, I am proud of me for whatever it is. I'm hearing two words. I'm hearing sauce. There's somebody here that cooks. I'm hearing secret sauce. Oh man, what is the name of that chicken? It's a spicy. It's like a spice they put on the chicken. Because I usually get like, if I'm getting like a chicken pasta, I get it with. I can't think of it. I don't know. I can't think of it. It's gonna drive me crazy. I'll look it up later. But yeah, somebody here obviously cooks a lot. So I'm getting sauces. You can't make this up. It says, I'm proud of you. Okay, so if you have this deck and you want a message from your higher self, because again, it says fairy tale, but it's not just about love. Your fairy tale could be, you know, getting your nursing license. Your fairy tale could be, is basically your wishes, your dreams, is a wish your heart makes. Okay, so I don't want people to get it twisted, like it's just about marrying your Prince Charming at Disney World, you know, and having a, you know, like the carriage escort you, and you have a beautiful lacy dress. Yeah, it's not just about that. Okay, anyway. So this one says, I'm proud of you. But I want you to say, I'm proud of me, okay? I'm proud of me. And I am. Be careful what you wish for. I told my mom, I said, Mama fairy tales the other day. I said, Mom, I don't need to start waking up at 5. One thing the most successful people in the world have in common is that they wake up around like 4:30, 5 o'clock. And I was talking about this, you know, influencer that I follow. It took her like 10 years, but she finally, you know, built her dream house in Golden Oak. And she talks about how she had the vision board of it and stuff. That's a Disney community. If you don't know what it is, it's a cute Disney community. And her yard is kind of like how I would picture mine, like having some water, a pool facing the water, but then like reservation, about like trees. I don't really see other people's houses. So if I want to sunbathe, I can. And then, you know, you see fireworks at night, like the whole everything, the whole bippity boppity boo, right? But, you know, she's really proud of herself. You gotta be careful how you talk to yourself. So anyway, my point is, I was telling my mom that one of the things the lady does is she wakes up at like 4:30. She's making her bed. She's feeding her dog. She's working out. Then she's doing like all her skincare treatments after she showers. And then she's doing her email and, you know, making her bed and doing all of this. You know, some people are morning people. I was born in the evening too, if that counts, as to why I'm nocturnal. So I know I'm beating around the bush. I woke up at 5 this morning. That's my whole point. Naturally. And I was like, be careful. Oh, wait. I said, Mom, I woke up at 5. She's like, you can do it. That's my girl. But it wasn't on purpose. I didn't set an alarm, my loves. Nilsa's got me. My higher self has got me. She's proud of me. All right. So we have, it's not the same. I love you more than smoothies. Give me one more. Those actually came out back to back, 14 and 15. So 2 weeks to 2 weeks and 1 day will be important. Number 50 came out. And by the way, these are page numbers at the bottom. Number 50 came out. So 515 can be an important angel number for you. All right. Look it up, 515. I don't know what it means. I'm not that cool with numerology. I'm not that cool. Okay. So these are just like examples. I love ice cream, but I know there's a lot of vegetarians and stuff. So I have a sweet tooth. Some people like healthy stuff. So this is what this one's for. You can say, I love you more than smoothies. It's saying like, I love you more than my favorite thing. I love ice cream and cotton candy, and obviously. So I told Mama fairy tales the other day. I said, Mom, I love you more than ice cream. And she goes, oh, I'm right up there with ice cream. Huh? I made it. Because she knows how much I love making ice cream. I have them in my fridge and everything. So yeah, it is a high honor for that. So I love when you guys would say, like, in the comments, I love you more than chocolate, I love it. So the next two cards, one says, it's not the same. Our fairy tale is my favorite. So please don't compare other, I don't want to say like journeys, because again, people say it's a highlight reel. They're not going to tell you. They're not going to tell you that maybe, they gained 5 pounds and their designer jeans are too tight and then, they have a pimple. No, they're going to put a dress on because their pants don't fit. And then they're going to put a ton of makeup on and then take like a nice selfie and act like everything's okay. Nobody wants to see, I just heard the dirty battery. Wow, it's really, really good imagery. In a battery, when they leak, and like all the stuff comes out and it's gross, you don't want to touch it. You throw that shit out, right? So almost like somebody feeling worn out. So be careful. Other people might look like they're enjoying it and they're worn out. Like people think I go to Disney like all the time. They think I go out all the time. I'm like, no, that's when I post my videos when I do go. But I'm here working. My clients can comment. I'm here working with you guys every day. Or working on things to create, and that will add value to your castles and your fairy life, right? So this is saying it's not the same. Our fairy tale is my favorite. That's another affirmation I want you to hold in your heart, okay? So I'm proud of me. I love our fairy tale. I love it. Other people might think, that looks like broken, or that looks toxic, or that's like a dirty battery. But you're like, no, it still has juice in it. I love it. It's my favorite battery. Yourself. All right. So this is saying not everyone's going to have the same journey. So yours should be your favorite. And then look at this. Number 7. I love when these odd numbers come out because we have 7, 5, 14. Again, somebody's feeling like, I'm hearing that song from Beauty and the Beast with Belle when they say, she's rather odd. That's okay. She's also beautiful and has a castle at the end. So, spoiler alert if you haven't seen Beauty and the Beast. She ends up with a whole castle. So we have number 14. I use that as a measurement for 2 weeks. And then we have 7, which is a measurement for 1 week. Okay, 7 days. Unless somebody's birthday is July 14th, then wow. Or May 7th. Or May 14th. But anyway, my heart is made of vibranium. For those of you who don't follow MCU, which is the Marvel Comics universe, vibranium is in a ton of movies, a ton of stories. It is the strongest element in the MCU. It is what Wolverine's skeleton is made out of. It is all over. If you watch the Black Panther, that's their metal, that's their armor, that's everything. If you watch like Captain America, that's what his shield is made out of. That's why it's bulletproof. All right. So your fairy tale should be your favorite, and be proud of your heart because you are bulletproof. All right. Thank you for coming to my throne talk. That's a wrap. Cut the check, and I'll see you real soon.